Hi folks, so it's time for the final of the Battle for the Seven Kingdoms to begin. We have two teams left standing, Bastards, Dragons, Swords and Mercenaries against the defending champions, Queen Elizabeth's Bastards. And we are jumping into the first game because it's already started, so unfortunately we are too late to check the decks. My fault, I was here and I couldn't get it started in time. But we see Francis is just throwing everything in the opening round with 6 characters in play, including Barristan. And we have Tom MacKenzie on the other side playing the Dothraki deck, and of course stuff is gonna jump here, especially with carrying 6 gold into the challenges phase. And both have Plaza, but Francis has Assault. Mother's Man's a pretty small one, but it can assault Plaza. And the old classic. Cote comes in with Miss Sunday. And suddenly 2 characters become 6 on the other side as well. It hasn't even spent all the gold. Still just burned something on top of this. I actually had gold to just play Cote with the gold. But maybe that's not the plan. So this should now realistically be enough, but is there burn? No. Okay. Francis will take the card. It's a win by 5 on defense, right? Ooh, and misses completely. Well, he played 2 events, 2 Blood of My Blood, and if I remember correctly, there is not gonna be a Mercenaries market at any point, so those 2 are done now. But I think there's 3 in the deck. Is the last card Consuming Flames? It's not. What is it? So there's an overwhelming numbers, that's now gone as well. Yeah, and now he can do some challenges, and Francis will be over reserve, I think. But Tom should be well ahead on power. Gonna protect his hand. Could have played that overwhelming numbers with Danny available, and he has a couple of Blood Riders. That would be quite an explosive start. Could still have one, to be fair. He's put the power icon into the challenge. Plaza still there, but maybe wouldn't have done it if that meant actually not doing power. Let's see. No, nothing. And the 2 devoted Blood Riders go back to hand, right? At the end of the phase. Yeah, everything else stays. And yeah, with Danny there, could have potentially been on, well, with power as well on 5 maybe. But we've got insight as well. And he spent 2 blood of my bloods, and he has the blood riders which don't survive for snow. But actually Francis goes march to the wall. Loses his assault character, and Missandei goes on the other side. So what's the timing here? So Fury is actually good into Forest Snow. Can put something in later that wouldn't survive if that's your only option. Obviously the idea is not to put Devoted Blood Rider into play with that, but Kalasar or Drogo. Something big is coming. There we are. He's a bit of a threat because Drogo doesn't get his plus strength on defense. He needs now the... yeah, there he is. And the other one, so now they're all pretty big and at least on the military. So what's the score? Let's see. 17 on the attack. 26 on defense. Do you spend Cote? Down to 2 cards. Nightmares on Plaza so that Cote can't strike back with a 2-claim intrigue or stand to participate in the military. But I think it's still not quite enough, is it? Well, if he attacks with everything, then Tom can only win by defending with everything and not getting burned. But is there any threat? Because Drogon's not actually killing anything at the moment. So okay, you get 2-claim with Barristan and you get the Drogon, which actually on the Blood Rider is slightly tricky because then you cannot kill one of the Blood Riders if the other one is on -3, because then it's an instant kill after one leaves play, right? So it's quite damaging, but then on the other side we have a 2-claim plot, and just defending everything would not achieve much, would it? Defense to win by 5. Okay, so we didn't refresh our memories with the decks beforehand, but there is a put to the sword, right? That's not what's gonna be played. We have Dragon is no slave, which now puts Drogo in burn range, and he is the duped one as well, which means if now Barristan raises claim, which he will, boom, right? And everything's net and 2 claims not coming back, so that was a minor disaster. Want the intrigue though, for what it's worth, to keep his hands, his cards in hand, so hope it was worth it. Kills Hago, which means it's tricky now with for snow. By the way, this deck has Morgulis. The Sea of Blood one. It's the only one, I think, of all the versions that plays Morgulis, and it never really is a good plot. But now, might start looking at it because Baristan and Drogon are there unprotected. I forget if Francis has any anti-Morgulis stuff. He might have. Okay, March he spent, but he might have returned. Goes you win or you die into the Morgulis, which kills also Cote now. So, of the uniques, Cote and Jogo are gone, but so are Baristan and Drogon. But now, I mean, yeah, to claim everything, right? If he delayed that Morgulis and Francis magically didn't draw any dupes, would be pretty nice, but on the other hand, he could have drawn dead dupes here. Dany, not bad, but she's not Khal Drogo. She's there with Rhaegal though, so yeah. Inside's useless, but she can do 2 challenges, so basically you can do all 3. And we don't play anything, so he has to, whatever he plays has to survive military, otherwise he might just pass, so that he keeps 1 card after this intrigue. Okay, do we have a win by 5? We have 2 freedmen. Do we put them in? Have to do 1, right? Because there's gonna be March on the other side. But the other you might keep for your own, for Snow and Matkins command. Ago, he was alive, and overwhelming numbers. That's the second one gone, so Tom's losing all the events pretty much. Does put the second one in. Well, that's gone pretty well. Can't first Snow really, but he doesn't need to. And yeah, the Sea of Blood deck does not play first now. Basically almost everyone's dropped it for this tournament. No more Aegon in the deck, but still. So what was in hand? Illyrio, there was one Dracarys. The dragon is now slave, which is retrievable, of course, and Shadow of the East, which does nothing in the matchup. And he did have return as well, so that's now just gonna put the Freedman straight back into the discard pile. And then with 2 dragons is a pretty good deal. Doubt he plays anything else unless it's a dupe or a location. And Tom still has nothing. Could have events, of course, but a womb would be nice here. Here we go. Now the inside matters, and it's a win by 5 as well. If something's in hand, it has to kind of Let's see. That's a thing as well. Two of these. And consuming was available. Okay. Yeah. Discarded it with Danny where it doesn't really do anything, and if Rhaegal went into the challenge first or Viserion, but they're not going to, right? It's just gonna be Danny grabbing all the power. Now you might put Rhaegal into the military, see if there's something there. Even this guy. Now, do we have anything at all? No. Okay, then I think we can pretty much call this. You win or you die now. Could we play that instead of Matkins command? Get some board first and then Matkins command. Well, it's gonna try now. But now there's so much claim soak there as well. So even if you get, yeah, this guy. Yeah, nothing, okay. Happens. Well, they promised it would be quick, and it was. I don't know, that one round, I mean, Francis had the claim raise guy Baristan, and he had Drogon in play, and he had, of course, Burn for the Dub Jogo, which was well protected by the plus strength from the Blood Riders, and Tom had something like 10 more on the board in terms of strength if he just wanted to defend military fully. But yeah, it was a two-claim plot, right? So it would be a waste of a round. And there was Burn in hand as well. But I think if you just put everything into the military defense, Francis would not achieve that. But then, yeah. How does the Traki aggro win if that's the plan? If you have to defend Drogon and Barristan all the time. Guess if Jogo was alive, you can try to Morgulis with him still in play. Yeah. Okay. So, 1-0 to the defending champions. And what are the other matchups? Let's see. So we have Sunday, by the way. These are GMT. So one is evening time for me. One is in the middle of the night. So from Saturday to Sunday. Okay, and we have Free Companies played by Rupert against Valyrian Steel. One copy of Shadow of the East in that Free Companies deck, which can completely ruin the plan, but also not. We saw recently a friendly open final between Super Duck and Alex, where Shadow of the East in this matchup destroyed everything for Valyrian Steel, but it was a different Valyrian Steel deck because it played so much Summer Plots. It exchanged two copies, so basically any round Shadow of the East could just go crazy. Here you have to, when you have it, play Light Summer Fist and then get rid of whatever is in play. It's not so easy. So that's gonna be interesting. And then we have right, we're down with Sea of Blood against Free Companies from the other side. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know, these Sea of Bloods are not that impressive in this Targ mirrors. They could lose. I think the uh, Bastards, Dragon Swords, Mercenaries team has two very winnable ones, but they're not that much in their favor that I would say they're favorites from 1-0 down. I think the defending champions are favorites at this point, but it's gonna be an interesting conclusion to the tournament. Okay, so it's 3:20 in the morning, so we go to sleep. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.